FSD Ethiopia works primarily on the financial sector deepening. We've said earlier when we launched, we will work hard to ensure financial deepening to be rooted here in Ethiopia. And today's discussion, none other than the financial inclusion pillar, talks about the protection of consumers in the digital economy. So I'm so delighted to welcome you this morning. This is being streamed online, Abel. So we have all, I think, 100 plus other attendees online. Just to give you just a quick snapshot of what FSD Ethiopia does, we have three important pillars. The financial market pillar, primarily working on the financial markets, where we are putting quite a bit of effort for the establishment of the Capital Market Authority, the establishment of the Ethiopian Security Exchange, and the overall health and efficiency of the financial markets. We have the other important pillar, which is the financial inclusion pillar. This pillar is primarily looking at digital financial services and how we work towards an inclusive system of financial services delivery and making financial inclusion on top of the agenda. And we have the third one, which is climate finance, again working towards the awareness creation and alignment to where climate finance is globally, and integrating that to our thinking here in Ethiopia, and as we establish a more liberal and open financial markets. I don't want to talk too much about the FSD's role. There's quite a bit out there. You're already familiar of what we are doing at the moment, and the efforts we're putting behind in each of these pillars. There are a number of things that are very, very important for us as cross-cutting issues. The inclusion of women is very, very important to us. And the reason is, again, the realization of financial deepening without thinking about the inclusion of women will not be realized. The inclusion of rural communities is very, very important to us. Leveraging the youth is again very important to us. And today's discussion, focusing on the consumer protection, will open up our thinking in terms of, yes, going back at maybe 20, 30 years when e-commerce began. Remember your first debit card, remember your first online transaction, remember the first time you had ordered something and being delivered to your doorstep. And this happened in Europe and in the US and the rest of the world. And Ethiopia is trailing behind. And the time is now when we're opening up, and there's a whole lot of opportunities in the digital economy. And that digital economy, just imagine the enormity of having a proper consumer protection to ensure the vitality of that digital economy to grow. If one of that consumer is based in Dredoa or Awasa or in Mekelle, in other places, how are we thinking about making sure that this digital economy is inclusive of those people? This offers a whole lot of new opportunities to innovate. I was talking to Francis and Silvers this morning and Rafi. How about the creation of, just like the credit bureau, the creation of a fraud database that is properly regulated? Is an opportunity to innovate. So you're not here just to discuss the protection of the consumers. It's here to also think about opportunities to innovate, opportunities to solve problems, but also to be part of that vitality for a digital economy. So I'm really delighted to welcome you this morning. We're very pleased that you've made the commitment to be here. Hopefully, we have a stellar set of people who've come a long way to share their knowledge and experience, both in Africa and across the world. So there's going to be an opportunity to ask questions, to think about our role in the future digital economy here in Ethiopia. So thank you once again for coming. And in order to get started, I'm really honored and privileged to have amongst ourselves Her Excellency Madame Huria Ali, the State Minister for Innovation, and I'm really pleased she's here. She made the time and effort to give us the opening speech. So a round of applause to welcome Her Excellency to the stage. Thank you.
First of all, I would like to thank FSD Ethiopia and those involved in initiating and running the monthly knowledge series that shall be used as ecosystem to exchange ideas, knowledge, and generate insight on topics relevant to move the financial sector at large. As you all know, the Ministry of Innovation and Technology, through its mandate to lead, coordinate, encourage, and support technology and innovation in the country, has developed a digital transformation strategy, which we call it Digital Ethiopia 2025. The strategy, which has been endorsed by the Council of Ministries, gets due to attention for digital services and recognized the potential in adding values. The goal of the digital strategy is to bring technology to the people of Ethiopia as well as to the business. Digital Ethiopia 2025 focuses on e-commerce and the ability to digitize services in traditionally non-digital industries, mainly in agriculture, manufacturing, ICT, enabling services, and tourism. The government recognizes the benefit of e-government to the streamline administrative process, reduce paperwork, save time and money, and hence we have been working in digitalizing public services. Besides, we are working on ecosystem aspect that better the service delivery to citizens and businesses, better the accessibility of public services, and transparency and accountability of the government. It's true that digitalization has the potential to cut costs, minimize costly meddling between the seller and customer, providing fair choice to market and creating new markets to startups and exist business. As you all know, innovation is not only to bring a new thing, but to improve the existing situation, the existing problems. Dear participants, however, there are a number of aspects that demand our attentions, such as we recognize that the digital literacy rate in the country is very low. This shall create information asymmetries between the service provider and consumer. Thus, as a result, consumer may have limited choices. In e-commerce, consumer may have less knowledge about providers and the quality of their goods and service offering, their responsiveness to complaints, the opportunity to inspect products for safety and effectiveness is less as well. This shows the need for fairness, accountability, and transparency on providing and grant consumers certain rights aligned with them. There is a potential for service provider that to collect personal data and customers may leave data footage after using digital services. This may lead to fraud, violation, and privacy and distrust. As you all know, digitalization in Ethiopia is a very new phenomenon, affecting competitiveness is absent, consumers have few or no alternatives. Besides, providers of goods and services are assumed to have greater knowledge and power and resource than consumers. They may use this to detect the terms of use of their goods and services to their advantage and the consumer's disadvantage. Besides, consumers may face limitation of their ability to make rational, self-interested decisions. It's likely that a consumer may not understand how a digital product works, which could be caused by digital literacy. The consumer may have a poor choice due to their position in decision making. Considering all these challenges, in order for digital economy to flourish, customers need to have a trust in the integrity and fairness of digital markets. This shall be achieved through consumer protection law designed by protect consumers from unfair, decisive, and harmful practice in the digital marketplace. The law addresses information disclosure. Consumers have a right to know about the product and services they are buying, including the price, features, and risks. Payment protection is the other one. Consumers have a right to be protected from fraud and theft when they make payments online. Product safety. Consumers have a right to expect that the products they buy online are safe and meet all applicable safety standards. And dispute resolution is the fourth one. Consumers have a right to a fair and efficient way to resolve disputes with business and they have bought from online. As you know, the e-transaction proclamation legalized e-commerce operation in the country and mandated Ministry of Innovation and Technology to execute, coordinate, and lead the government and private entities for implementation of e-transaction proclamation. The e-transaction identified the need to protect customers that use the digital wallet and mandate the Ministry of Innovation and Technology to prepare directives, limitation of the liabilities and intermediaries, and consumer protection. So this is what we have already prepared at a country level in our proclamation, which is e-transaction proclamation, to protect our customers while they are consuming products from the online services from the digital. So finally, what I would like to say is to take this opportunity to express our ministry readiness to work together with all stakeholders to make digital economy realized at a country level or fruitful. So I hope you will have a very good discussion and you will contribute relevant inputs to our country to build digital economy together. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you so much once again for being here this morning to give us a wise guide and to demonstrate the government's commitment and indeed your ministry's commitment for the future of digital economy. This is a big country. We have 120 odd million people. The only way to scale Ethiopia is through digital economy, right? It's a massive undertaking as is. The minister has another commitment. Can I kindly ask you to thank the minister and to allow me to farewell her to her other events. So, Your Excellency, thank you so much for being here this morning.